Hey, I'm Chase Cunningham or Dr. Cunningham or Dr. Zero Trust. I'm going to do another demo through Demo Force. This time I'm doing Truefort. As always, I am not a power user. I'm not a deeply entrenched trainee or partner or any of that stuff. I haven't even looked at their knowledge base. I'm just jumping in here. So what they've done here is set up some applications, some databases, some back-end things. And now we're just going to go through here. The one thing that I'm really interested in is the applied machine learning for microsegmentation side of this thing. So let's kind of see how that works. What we're looking at currently is the realm view. The realm view shows us what is going on with an application. And I'm going to kind of look through the side of the equation of what is within this, and then we'll go a little further. So we're in realm view, no problems. Click on the drop down. So default view, so we can look at that. Looks like there's other applications here. Okay, and then we can go through the back side of those. All right, let's go. So default view, and let's change that up. Okay, cool. So now we see that there is some other application relationships in here, which is kind of cool from the aspect of which things are doing what. And if we scroll through and we kind of click on stuff, we'll see that there's this rogue app in here. And I want to make sure that I'm on the right side. Let's see. So, okay, the green means that these things are doing green things, EMR, et cetera, et cetera. Cool. So these are views. Interesting. Learned it that on its own, which is kind of nice. Application details. Okay, so right click. Let's see. There we go. Application details. And then you get deeper into that. So notice it dropped me right into that really quick. And now I can see some of these other back end pieces of it. So cool that it's picking this up on its own. Let's move a little forward faster here because I don't want to, get into all of the intricacies of views. Views are things you can figure out on your own. Um, Details and performance process. So that's kind of cool. Now let's go look at this behavioral side of stuff because this is where I think things are interesting. So run machine learning. Okay, so it says go back to applications. Cool, there's applications. Make sure you have the default view selected. So let's do that. Okay, default view. All right. And I think we need to make sure that we have the actual application here. Oh, that's why, the load generator. See, you got to follow your own instructions here, and that's where I screwed up. So let's do this load generator. Another cool feature, what we're doing here on the Demo 4 side is all this back end thing is happening. We can do all these things. So there you go. You see it's doing its application, writing the database, et cetera, et cetera. Don't skip steps, people, because you can wind up where I'm at. Okay, setup view. Okay, now we'll go back into the Truefort application, which means I have to pause this for a second, so bear with me. Okay, so had to go back and fix one thing that was totally not on Truefort. This was all on me because I thought I was super smart and skipped steps. But hey, what are you gonna do? Don't think you're smarter than the people that wrote the instructions. So anyway, basically what's happened, and you can see it showing up on the screen here, is we did some looking at the applications. We turned on machine learning, which was a couple of clicks, slick. I set the time so that I could apply the rules based on the time that was provided. And then now I'm into this whole thing to see, and it came back and it says status finished, progress 100%. And then we can go forward. So view the behavioral policies, be in this view. Okay. And then if we go down here, we can click on these other pieces. So this is the web server. And then go to the rules sub tab, which is this side of it. So, yep, rules generated using machine learning. Okay, I'm just looking for the rules. Oh, there it is. If I could read. So there's all the rules. So that's pretty slick. Like it built all the rules on its own, and then it's got it basically lined up for how that would fit into a policy. If you've ever done policy management or rule setting, this would make life way, way easier. So, okay, so those policies basically are setting up an allow list, but it's built on what's going on with the system. And then enable the alerting, so we can do that by turning on a rule pack. Okay, so how do we do that? So rule pack, there's a tab. Again, if I was a moron, I could read. Okay, the plus button, so we'll hit that. And yep, and then we're going to find the network rule pack, which is right here. So it looks like there's two of them. Oh, the first one is the one that we want. Again, read the instructions, folks. Don't be like me. And cool. And then we're going to do IP to IP port outgoing. And there we go. And then submit. Yep. Okay. There's the new rule pack listed on the screen. And one thing that you could do here too, sometimes if things look a little small, you can always zoom in, which is good to go there. So there we go, rule packs, IP to IP. All right, easy peasy. And then finish. And there we go. So we applied the rule pack pretty simply. Easy to see. And then what's interesting now is you can go into things and do stuff like alerts, and you'll start seeing alerts go on. Now I'm not going to go any further because this video could get pretty long. But the point is, I was able to jump in here. Applications are doing application things. Databases are doing database things. I don't really know anything about the configuration. Saw lots of stuff bouncing around. Let the system do some applied machine learning. Figured out what the segmentation rules were like and applied it. And I'm done. And now I can go off and do other stuff. So I think this is a really interesting use case around how to check this stuff out, how to see what's going on with microsegmentation, and then apply a rule set. And it doesn't make you miserable. This is figured out pretty much on its own. This is where machine learning and classifying and all those cool mathematic things we hear about, where they actually do what they're supposed to do. So I'll put the link to this in this thing. Talk to the folks at Truefort, Truefort. This is a really interesting application for machine learning as well as microsegmentation. It's totally worth it to check it out. And the great thing is you can play with this by yourself. There's lots of other stuff in their instructions here. Go try it. See what happens. Learn. Maybe you didn't know something. And as always, don't be like me. Follow the instructions. You might think you're smart, but you're not. Just follow the instructions and you'll experience more.